Yeah, last time I did a video, yeah, I felt very amused. That was very nice. I don't feel amused now at all. I don't know. Whatever I felt last time was a great feeling, better than anything I've ever smoked. I mean, I don't know where it came from, what that was about. But now it's as if, you know, it's the day after or something. I don't know, it's quite a while after. Now, this is the camera I was using before. Victoria gave me this. Oh, I took the batteries out before that went back in. But anyway, when you stick that little card in it now, nothing happens. It doesn't know it's in there anymore, you know. This one is 7.1 megapixels. And the other one that's on now, that's like 4 megapixels. The sound isn't as good, nothing. It's shit, mate, compared to that one. But that one's dead, right? Because these things just die all the time now. I bought one of these. I bought a Sony one. It was quite good at the time. That was like in 2007, Sony. Anyway, eventually, like after I'd had it for about just under a year, I worked out how to use it, all the settings and that. It had all these settings on it about this and that and the other, and exposures and God knows what. Not that I like taking pictures, but there it was, you know. And then I got a letter from them saying that do you want a guarantee? Do you want to renew your guarantee? Send us 20 quid or something. I don't know. And then, well, I didn't send them 20 quid, but and then you know, like the day after the guarantee ran out, it just went dead. Now I don't need to explain to you what that's about, right? But I would never buy another one really. Well, I might have to buy like been looking on eBay for a second-hand one, but they're evil, right? They send you a letter saying it's gonna, you know what, send us 20 quid, and then the day after you don't send them 20 quid, it breaks. Now that's deliberate, right? That's deliberate. There's nothing. It's sick. It's sickness. It's vile, right? Sony, vile. Sony camera broke. It just died. Now, anyway, yeah, so this is the one that's just died, the card. Victoria gave me a memory card in there for this one, the memory card. No, she gave me when she gave me this, she gave me that as well, and she gave me like a card. Well, when she gave me that one, she gave me that and a card. But anyway, eventually, like the card itself just broke a little while ago, and then I had to buy a new card. Went down in Maplin's or something. Maplin's, they wouldn't accept card payments or something. I don't know. Their system was all gone wrong. It was a palaver, right? It was a palaver. Yeah. So this camera now, the sound is all funny. You know, it doesn't even take proper film really. Not like this one, 7.1 million megapixels. Yeah, right. Yes, megapixels. It's all about the megapixels. 7.1, 4. You know, it's really interesting, isn't it? Oh, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. It's fascinating, right? The way these things break, they just give up. You just get them, and then before you know it, there's nothing. They're like things you get in a Jamboree bag. Do you remember Jamboree bags? Well, these are like bits of shit that you get in a Jamboree bag, right? Anyway, I was gonna see Victoria today. Maybe she's got like a party on, but I feel so messed up and miserable. I can't go, you know. But I was going to ask her if she had any more digital cameras. Yeah, it was. She's probably had about 100 of them since then, because it doesn't wind her up. All the rubbish, I don't think it winds her up like it winds me up, you know. All that rubbish, it doesn't wind her up. Yeah, I just don't feel sociable, you know. I've been here for, you know, I'm like, I don't know, I've got a headache or something. I feel sick and weird. Yeah, right. What you gonna do? I don't know. Anyway, what I'll do is hopefully I'll go and see Victoria soon, and there won't be anyone else there except, well, there won't be a lot of people there, and you know, that'll be nice. We have a proper conversation about something. I don't know if I can have conversations anymore, but anyway, we'll see. Right, so now I've said all that, I'm going to say my latest piece, but I haven't memorised it. It's not all readily available. You know what readily available means? Well, it isn't. and you know, this is like yeah. I was going to use I was going to use instantiate, but you know, there are some words that you look them up and you can't remember what they mean, no matter how many times you look them up. But instantiate's a new word for me. Instantiate. I have looked it up loads of times, and while I was looking it up, I knew that it was okay to have that word instantiate, but I can't remember what it means. I just don't know what it means, you know. And then there was another word. I can't remember the other one. There's like another word like that. But there is a word in it, immanent. Now, immanent, that's a word that I've looked up repeatedly since the 1980s. Immanent. I-M-M-A-N-A-N-T. Immanent. Now, I like that word. That's just, you know, I've known that word since the 1980s, and it's yeah, I can never remember what it means. It's not really in my vocabulary, but nevertheless, it came to me, mate. Immanent. So I put it in there, and I kept it in there because it's got a pedigree with me. It's got 3 decades of me looking it up and thinking, yeah, that's a good word, but then not remembering it. Immanent. There was another word that I had in there for a while. I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'll remember it. You know, I'll tell you about that word another time. Anyway, that was another word. You know, some words you look them up and you think, yeah, that's nice, and then what happens? You can't remember them. You don't know what they mean, and they don't go in your vocabulary no matter what you do. You can look them up once a year, every year for 30 years, and they still don't go in your vocabulary in the sense that you know what they actually mean. But in a strange way, immanent is in my vocabulary because I have used it and I've kept it in there, and I know, well, I don't know what it means now. I do know that it's all right where it is, you know. So, yeah, this one is about. This is to reassure you that you're alive and that you exist. Yeah, really, it's your existence. This is about reassuring you that you do exist, and then you're alive as well. You know, and you might not be sure about that, whether you exist or whether you're alive. So I'm letting you know. I'm explaining it to you properly in a way that feels satisfying to me about that stuff. You know, about living, being alive, and existing. I mean, I'm doing it in a way. Yeah, it does feel nice. It feels nice. Yeah. So, but it's not all in there, right? Properly, on and on and on. You know, it's 2:45 now. I've been doing it every day. I got up at 5 o'clock today, and it's 2:45 now. And you know, I've been trying to say it. I have been saying it over and over again, right? Since 5 a.m. this morning. While I do everything, this and that, I touch things, I move about, but I say it every so often, you know.